Welcome back, everybody. Episode 37 of the Big Easy Blitz podcast. And we thank you for tuning into this one. And I will kick it to Brock to explain what we are going to be doing in this video.
All right, short and sweet, Connor. I love it. I love it. So today we're gonna try and keep this intro sweet, like I just said, short and sweet. Sorry, because this is gonna be a long one. We're gonna
We
be
tend to
going
yap,
through.
so
Yeah, if you watched our recap yesterday, I kind of yapped a lot at the end
it's
there.
supposed to be 10 minutes turned into 21.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, today we're gonna be going through each division, basically saying the standings of each division, what we think the division, the final standings, and then we'll kind of we're not gonna give exact records because that's basically impossible in the NFL. We'll give like a win total range somewhere around there.
Mhm.
And nothing. Or one more quick thing. Thank you for we've been gaining a little bit of traction on the followers on the socials. We appreciate it. Keep them
Tell a
coming.
friend
We
to
love
tell a
it.
friend.
Yes, absolutely. And enough with that. This episode is brought to you by Mercado, as is every single one of them.
Yo.
We keep forgetting to say that. We're still learning. All right, our first sponsor is still learning here. But we'll kick it off with the AFC East. Obviously, if you don't know football, you're probably not watching this video, but that is the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets. Um, I'll start first. My winner is obviously the Buffalo Bills, pretty easily. I don't see any other team competing for that number one spot. Um, they're bringing back basically everybody. The reigning MVP with a chip on his shoulder. Yet again, I feel like they lost to the Chiefs again, but every year I feels like they're kind of this might be their year. But I do think that they could come back with vengeance this year. Connor, what you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, the Bills have a stranglehold on this division.
Hmm.
I mean, the Dolphins kind of gave them a little scare at the beginning of 2023, like when they would hang up 70 points against the Broncos, um but it's the Bills division, and I have the Bills going 14-3. It could be 15-2. I mean, I guess it could be a little lower, but the Bills are winning the AFC East with relative ease, honestly.
And it's kind of crazy how the Bills like year in and year out are so good because like the better you are in the NFL, the harder your schedule is going to be.
Yeah.
But like it's still they just year in and year out they're just continue to win double-digit games, and I agree with you. I think they have about 12 to 14 wins this year, maybe not 15. I'm looking at their schedule right here. They're tougher
They got some
games.
tough ones. Yeah.
They got Baltimore to open up Sunday night. That's gonna be amazing.
That's gonna be
Great job
fire.
by the NFL making that the Sunday night game week one. But I mean after that it's relatively easy. You got the Jets, Dolphins, Saints, Patriots, and then Falcons.
Mhm.
Then obviously the Chiefs in week nine. Everybody's gonna be watching that game. They play the Bucks. They play the Bengals, which is gonna be a great game. In Buffalo in December. So probably leaning towards the Bills in that one. They also play the Eagles late in the season. So I mean, this is a tough schedule, but I have full faith in them. Every single one of their tough games I just said are all at home. So I think, yeah, I think they're more than capable of winning 13, 14, maybe 15 games. But we'll see. They seem to own the Chiefs in the playoff, or my bad, in the regular season.
Yeah.
Different in the playoffs. They cannot beat them in the playoffs. So maybe they turn the tide this year.
It
But
seems
moving
like
on to
one last thing about the Bills. It's like what teams like the Saints are trying to do right now is what the Bills have. It's like
yeah.
they have a nice, I guess McDermott's kind of getting up there just because he's been in the league for a while, but initially like a nice young head coach. They got their
Hmm.
franchise quarterback. They did the rebuild perfectly.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of how teams like the Saints, like the Titans should model it after. It's a lot
Hmm.
easier said than done, but they got the blueprint.
Yeah. Mickey Loomis take notes. Um, so okay, we're gonna quickly pivot. To make sure this video is not 3 hours long, we're just gonna give our entire standings and then talk about it
Okay, yeah.
instead of going. So obviously, all right, I have the Bills first, then I have the Patriots coming second, then the Dolphins, then the Jets. And Connor, I'll let you go real quick, and then we'll get into it,
Yeah, I
and we'll just
have
do it like
the
that.
Bills. I have the Bills first. I have the Pats second at like 9-8. Then I got the Jets third, and I got the Dolphins last.
Okay. Wow,
Even though I'm
Dolphins
wearing a
last.
Dolphins shirt right now.
All right, Dolphins last. So yeah, we obviously touched on the Bills. Patriot, excuse me. The Patriots, I think, could be a sneaky team this year. I do
I
think they'll
agree.
make the playoffs. I
Mhm.
think they go maybe 10-7, 11-6. But I'll have to look at that. They should have a relatively easy schedule because they weren't good last year.
Mhm.
I'll look at it right now. But the Dolphins, I don't think it'll be very good. Tua is obviously riddled with injuries. and everybody else is getting older. Tyreek Hill's 1 year older. Jalen Waddle's coming off his worst year. That was also injury ridden. They obviously traded both their tight ends, or my bad, they traded a vital piece of their defense, and then Jonnu Smith. I said both their tight ends. I'm thinking the Steelers because they had two tight
Yeah.
ends.
Mm.
And then they signed Darren Waller out of retirement. I don't really understand that move. So just a weird offseason for the Dolphins.
Really weird. Yeah.
I'm not really sure if they're still in win now mode. I mean, you would think so. With they still have Tyreek Hill, which they could have traded. There was rumblings that he wanted to be traded, but that was false. But I am looking at the Patriots schedule. Sorry to pivot there. This is a very easy schedule. They have games against the Raiders. Obviously they play the NFC South, the Saints, Carolina. They play the Steelers, which should be interesting. Yeah, the Steelers, the Titans. They get to play the Browns twice. They get to play the Giants. So it's a very manageable schedule for
Did you say
them.
the Patriots get to play the Browns twice?
Did I say that? My bad. Oh my God. My bad. I don't know why I said that. That's on me. Hand up
Sorry.
on, it's on me. I meant the Jets twice. My bad.
Yeah. Mhm.
Good Lord. I don't know why I looked at the Browns, but I saw the Jets twice. I said, anyway, very
Yes, sir.
manageable schedule for the Patriots. I
Yeah,
think
for
they
sure.
could easily
For sure.
go 10-7, 11-6, and shock some people. Connor,
Mhm.
what about you?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I think the Patriots, and I'm gonna get into another NFC team who I think is very in a very similar spot to the Patriots. I look, easy schedule. The quarterback only gonna get better. New head coach. So look, I feel like the Patriots could achieve a lot and surprise some people this year. I agree
For
with you.
sure.
I'm right there with you. Now, I mean,
And
the
then,
Jets and Dolphins. I
yeah,
mean, I'm not expecting too much.
no, yeah. We kind of touched on the Dolphins a little bit, but the Jets, I'm not really. I mean,
Yeah.
the Jets are the Jets. They're the
Look, I
worst
think
run
Justin Fields
franchise.
is good enough to get him some
Yeah,
wins.
for
Don't get me
sure.
wrong, but
For sure.
I think both of them are going to be in the 7 to 9 win range. I don't think they're going to be too bad, but I don't think they're all like going to beat the
Yeah.
world, you know?
But I know Justin Fields has had some injury history recently, and I
Yeah.
don't know who the backup for the Jets is, but they didn't go out and sign anybody, so I have no idea who that would be.
Mike White,
Um,
maybe? I don't know.
oh, dear God. Yeah, I think the Jets are gonna be last again in this division.
Mm,
They're the worst run franchise in the NFL. I don't think it's remotely close. The Saints, you could argue, but I mean, the Jets have been bad forever.
yeah.
So, moving on to the AFC North, probably one of the better divisions in football. Not the best, because I think the best is the NFC East. But um, winning this division, I'm gonna have. I originally had the Bengals until I watched their starting defense get cooked by Tanner McKee in the playoffs. So I'm going back to the Ravens.
In the
I think it's gonna
preseason?
be yeah,
Oh,
but I mean it was their starting defense. I got
yeah.
just it was bad. I do have the Ravens winning this division, a very tight race with the Bengals. I have the Ravens probably around 12, 13 wins, and the
Mhm.
Bengals around 11, 12, maybe 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. Um, I mean, the Bengals have the best offense in the league. It's just if that defense is serviceable.
They
I
literally got
mean,
to be 20th in the league and not
literally,
32nd. If they're 20th, they're
100%.
going to win 11, 12 games.
If they're 20th, they might go to the Super Bowl. I'm not.
Yes.
That's not even far fetched to say that.
Mhm.
I mean, Joe Burrow had an MVP season last year with the worst defense in the league.
Brock, did you
Um,
see you saw that comment on our TikTok about having I think it was me. I had Joe Burrow ahead of Patrick Mahomes and they said that was
that
blasphemous.
got that's. I mean, tell me you're a Mahomes,
Fan.
really big Mahomes fan, without telling me you're a really big Mahomes fan. Jesus Lord. But yeah. Anyway, I mean, the other two teams in this league, I don't think the Steelers hype. I'm not buying the Steelers hype with
What do
Aaron
you have
Rodgers.
them?
I have them third in this division with the Browns coming last. I think the Steelers are going to be probably 9-8. I don't think they're probably finished. They'll probably be 8-8 going into the last week, and then win that game to stay above 500.
To give
Because
Mike
that's
Tomlin his little, you
yeah.
know.
Who do they even? Let's see who they play last. I bet they play like the Bengals or the Ravens. Yeah, they play the Ravens. Who the Ravens will be cemented into the playoffs already.
Yeah,
They'll
and then
probably rest all their
they're gonna
starters.
roll like whoever their backup is out there.
Yeah, I mean Cooper Rush is
Yeah,
coincidentally.
Cooper Rush.
And then the Browns. I mean, they're not going to be good this year. That's just plain and simple. Not
Hmm.
much to touch on there. Who the heck's going to be their starting quarterback? I don't know. I don't care. It's not going to be Shitter though. Connor, let's see what you got.
No, I look, I don't believe. the Steelers are going to be good. Like I have them 6-11. I did like a just a brief record prediction. I have them 6-11 because I firmly believe if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And I certainly don't think Aaron Rodgers elevated them that much. Now, yes, sure, Russell Wilson was terrible, but they also lost some weapons on offense. I mean, Pickens, DK Metcalf has a history of being a diva in this league. So I'm not sipping the Kool-Aid on the Steelers. Yeah, their defense is always going to be good, but I think if they could go 6-11, they could go 9-8. Nothing higher than 9 wins, though.
I
I
agree.
was kind of more on the pessimistic side. I mean, you touched on the Browns. We don't really need to say too much about the Browns. And then just give Joe Burrow a competent defense, and I mean, the Bengals could easily win this division.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Steelers uh schedule right now. I mean, 9-8 is probably exactly what's going to happen. Uh, they play the Patriots, the Vikings, Green Bay, obviously Cincy twice,
Those could all be losses.
obviously Baltimore twice. Yeah, they play Buffalo, the Bears, who could be sneaky good this year. They play the Lions late in the season. I mean, but
Jeez,
this is a
yeah,
rough schedule.
that's brutal. That is brutal.
This is a hard schedule for a team that wasn't that good last year. I don't know how they got this tough of a schedule
Well,
because
they
obviously
weren't that good last year, but I think they were like nine and
I
eight.
mean,
So I mean,
of course, of course they were. Um,
it's like Texas A&M is 8-4, and then Steelers are like 8 or 9 and 9-8.
I can't wait to talk about college football again. We kind of been talking about NFL for the last like week or two, but college football is here before the NFL, so I cannot
Yeah,
wait to
that's
talk
true.
about that.
Mhm.
Moving on to the worst division in the entire world, the AFC South. God, I
Yes.
have no idea who's going to win this division. Probably leaning towards the Texans, but I feel like, I mean, God, you really
It's
have no
got to be the
idea.
Texans. Who the
You'd
hell
think
else
it's
would
the
it be?
Texans. Um, Maybe if the Jaguars found something with Travis Hunter, maybe. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence can play better. You're not exactly going to buy that hype. I can see your
No.
face already. Um, my official thing, I think the winner of this division is 10-7 at the best, the very best, maybe even 9-8.
I th
Um,
I got the Texans 9-8 winning the division.
yeah. Okay. So what I'll say is I'll have the Texans winning. I'll have the Colts in second. I'll have the Titans third and the Jaguars last. I don't think the Jaguars will be very good. Contrary to what I just said, that if they found something with Travis Hunter, I don't think they found something because it is not a very good football team.
Mm-mm.
That might come back to bite me, but I mean, I'm okay with that. Um, Anything to help this division. This division's so bad. We don't know who's going to start for the Colts now that Anthony Richardson's hurt. CJ Stroud had a terrible year last year. Maybe if he can turn it around, maybe the Texans can be contenders again.
Mhm.
But Connor, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Texans are going to just farm wins off of this division. Uh, I, I could easily see them going 6-0. I mean, the Colts, they're a dumpster fire right now. The
Mhm.
Titans have a rookie, Cam Ward. I mean, and nothing around him. And then, like you just said about the Jaguars, I don't think they're a good team. They got some weapons, but outside of
Mhm.
BTJ, Travis Hunter, what do they have? So
Bashal Tutton.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
bashful.
Bashal
Yeah,
Tutton.
yeah.
Bashal. Yeah,
Um, but if the Texans literally just win three non-division games, I think they could win this division and make the
for sure.
playoffs.
And they're gonna have a tough schedule because they won their division last year.
Yeah. Hmm.
Good God. Yeah, I mean, starting out, they play the Rams and then the Bucks back to back. That's not a very favorable matchup. And then they go
Hmm.
to Baltimore week 5. They got San Fran, they got Denver. Buffalo, Kansas City. Okay, I might have to rethink my winner this year. That's a really hard schedule for the Texans there, and they play the
Who
Chargers
else are
late
you
in the
gonna take?
season. That's a good point.
Like
I
it's Texas. It's the Texans by process of elimination.
Yeah, I mean the winner of this division is going to be the 4 seed and probably get bounced in the first round,
Exactly.
so it doesn't really matter.
Get bounced in the first round by a team like the Bengals,
Yeah,
who
for
don't
sure.
win their
Oh,
division.
100%. Yeah.
Mm.
Moving on to the AFC West. I think everybody's consensus pick is the Chiefs. Until they lose a division, I'm not going to pick anybody else to win. Similar to what I said about oh my God, it was a college football video. I can't remember. Georgia, I think it was. Oh no, it was LSU. I said until I see LSU win week 1, I can't pick them to win.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah.
until I see somebody beat the Chiefs in this division, I'm not going to pick anybody else. So I've had the Chiefs winning. I had the Broncos actually coming close. I had the Chiefs at probably like honestly like 14, 15 wins. because they do it every year in and year out, even in their bad year. I feel like yet last year was a down year and they still won 15 games. Like Mahomes had a terrible year, Kelsey had a terrible year, but that Devil Magic got 15 wins out of them.
The Black Magic.
Probably the worst 15 win team I've ever seen in my life.
It has to be. Like it has to be. Some of the wins
And
they had last year,
the
like and the
blocked
amount of
PAT,
them, it
remember the
was
blocked PAT, and then oh my
yeah.
God. And they went to Super Bowl. Like one of the worst Super Bowl teams in recent history that I can think of.
Yeah.
Okay, like that's not even crazy to say. Like actually. Um, but I
At
think the
Rams
Chiefs
2018. Or yeah.
oh my God. God, we were talking about that the other day at the gym with Brad. Phew. If some of y'all have seen the Teron Armstead clip of him saying that they would have
Oh my
walked,
yes.
that I can't say exactly what he said on here, but he said they would have easily won the Super Bowl that year. He used a
Which
couple
I
like
firmly believe they would have.
100%. They was the best offense in the league going against the best defense in the league, so it would have been one heck of a Super Bowl. But we digress. I think the Chiefs do get around 14 to 15 wins again. I think the Broncos get or go 12 and 5 this year.
I
I think they're
went
gonna be really,
spot on
really
with
good
you.
this year. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're gonna be really good. Then the Chargers at third with probably 10 wins. The Chargers are gonna come third in this division with 10 wins. That's how good this division is too. And then the Raiders will probably have like 5 or 6 wins. I'm not
Yeah.
buying the Raiders hype. Their O line is just god awful.
There's
Like
Raiders hype.
Genti, well with Genti and Geno Smith and Pete
Okay, yeah.
Carroll.
Yeah. Mhm.
I don't see it. I mean, this Connor, I would assume you're probably the same.
No, I'm spot on with you with the Broncos. I think they can win the division. Like if there was a year for the Chiefs
Yeah.
to, hand it over, I think it would be
What?
this year.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like I said, though, I can't pick until it happens.
yeah, no, for sure. And it's not like the Chiefs lost anybody,
No.
monumental. I think the Chargers, they got a pretty tough schedule. I have them going 8-9, 9-8. Maybe they could get 10-7, and squeak into the playoffs. And then, like you said about the Raiders, they're the Raiders. Not not too much going on over there in Las
Mhm.
Vegas.
Oh my
But
God, the Chargers have a tough schedule. Sorry, I'll let you
yeah.
finish, then I'll go over it.
Uh, but no, I mean, just for a brief synopsis, I mean, can't not pick the Chiefs until they prove otherwise. So
Exactly.
you said it perfectly.
So obviously, the Chargers have to play their own division, which is already tough enough. Then they play the Commanders, the Dolphins, who I mean, it's in Miami. You never know with the Dolphins. Are kind of a walk on. The Vikings, the Steelers, who could be, like we said, I mean, they could be all right. And
They're
then they have
great teams.
their last 5 games are brutal. It's Philadelphia, Kansas City, the Cowboys, Texans, and Broncos.
Oh my
That's their last five
God.
games. And they got to go to Kansas City, to Dallas, and to Denver. That is a brutal end of the year for
One and
them.
four in those 5 games.
Whew, I don't know. I should, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I feel like the Chargers are always kind of up there, like with fighting for a playoff spot, no matter what
Yeah.
their schedule is every year. I don't think they're going to win the division anyway, though. I
No.
think the Broncos are much more likely to win this division than the Chargers.
Mm.
Moving on, we'll do the NFC East. We'll go back up.
Okay.
Um, I mean, every year a different team wins, and I think that stays the same. Shout out my boy Swoop. I do think the Commanders win the division this year.
Really? Okay.
Um, now I'm saying this with in mind that Terry McLaurin's going to re-sign. If he comes out and he doesn't re-sign and gets traded, we're going to come back to this video, probably redo this, and I'll probably have a different pick. But assuming Terry McLaurin re-signs, I do think the Commanders win the division this year. They went out and got some more pieces. Now everybody's saying, yeah, it's older pieces. They went and got Von Miller, Deebo Samuel, but I mean, they went and got Bobby Wagner last year. Everybody's saying he was old. He had a very, very good season last year.
He had a great
So
season.
um, I do think, I mean, the Commanders are bringing everybody back. Other than that, they didn't really lose anybody big in the offseason. Jane Daniels is 1 year older now. He's got some experience. He's got playoff experience now too.
Yep.
Um, I mean, this is their year. This is the year they can finally get it done.
They got
They really
Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt.
he does play football for them. Um, so yeah, I think the Commanders win the division. I think they win the division with 13 wins. I'm thinking they go 13-4.
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
Um, yeah. Look. It, I love my boy JD5. Right.
Ah, you're
Um,
sipping the Kool-Aid.
oh, I am. Coming second in this division, I had the Eagles at if they go 13-4, probably 12-5, realistically. Um, it'll be a very, very close race. And then I had the Cowboys coming third, but making the playoffs at probably 10 or 11 wins. I am I do think the Cowboys will be good. They had George Pickens, obviously. They got a new running back in Javonte Williams. Maybe he could have a resurgence in a new offense. They do have a new coach, which could be a question mark. So you don't really know what you're gonna get with him, Brian. That's Schottenheimer, I'm pretty sure is his
Yeah,
name.
Brian Schottenheimer.
I think 11 wins gets them into the playoffs pretty easily. I think this is the best division in football. And then I even think the Giants will be not the worst team. Obviously the worst team in this division, but not the worst in football.
Brock,
I think
while I talk about what I think about this division, do me a favor and go look at the Giants' schedule real quick.
that
Okay.
makes me think it's really easy.
No. So,
Holy mother of God. You know what? Hey, I think the Giants might win 4 or 5 games.
I
Jesus
that might
Christ.
be generous, dude.
All right. So the Giants, one, two, three. The Giants first 9, 10 game. Oh my God. The Giants before their bye week. Let me just say this. The bye week's week 14. They play Commanders, the Cowboys, the Chiefs. First off, that's weeks 1, 2, and 3. Then the Chargers week 4.
0 and
Then
4.
then the Saints.
1 and
Uh,
4.
then Philadelphia twice, Denver, San Fran, the Bears, Green Bay, Detroit, and the Patriots. Holy
I
mother of
have them
God.
winning one of those games
Okay,
against the Saints.
dude. Oh my, and then after the bye week, they play the Commanders, Vikings, Raiders.
I
Okay,
told you.
hey, I did not know they had this bad of a schedule. They were not even good last year. How did they get such a hard schedule?
Eh, Matchmakers don't like the New
I
York Football Giants.
I guess it's because San Fran had a bad year last year. And I mean that would
Yeah,
this is brutal. Oh my God.
I
You know
told
what?
you.
You know what?
It was
I think I'm
awful.
gonna switch. I think they're gonna go 3-4, 3-14, probably 4-13 at the best.
Yeah.
Good God, this is rough.
hmm
Thank you for telling me that because I was
Dude,
gonna have them at
it's
like
brutal.
7. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it goes Commanders, Eagles, Cowboys, Giants. With
I I
that's probably the hardest schedule I've ever seen in the NFL.
it's brutal. It's terrible.
Oh my
Um,
God.
I'm I agree with you about the Eagles. I think they get 12, 13 wins. But I'm gonna have the Cowboys and Commanders switch. So I have the Commanders going like 10, 11 wins, and I got the Cowboys at 12, 11, 12 wins. It's just like slightly above the Commanders. Dude, I think the Cowboys offense is gonna be lethal this year. I They just got to get that like a running attack. I don't know
I
why they
know.
just let Rico Dowdle go.
So you think the Cowboys? This does nothing, but it's just for looks. So you think the Cowboys offense can be elite, but you had Dak Prescott at 19.
Brock, he's coming off of it. You had him over Jared Goff, bro.
Sure. Never
All right.
mind. No, continue.
No, I like Dak Prescott, but I mean he's on the wrong side of 30
Sure.
and he's coming off an ACL injury. His weapons this year are phenomenal though. He has George Pickens, he has CD Lamb, he has Jake Ferguson, and I hate the Cowboys by the way. I hate the Cowboys. Can't stand the Cowboys. Go
Yeah, we
Nola
all do.
Sports. Um, but I don't understand why they wouldn't re-sign Rico Dowdle. He just rushed for 1,000 yards for them and they just let him go.
Wait, he's not on the. Where's he go?
He's on the
How did I
Panthers.
miss that? Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
I don't know
I
why he
forgot.
would go to the Panthers. I mean, like, go to like
Yeah.
I
I
don't know. The
chasing the bag,
Cowboys
I
is the
guess.
perfect team for him. They
I
don't have
agree.
their guy, and uh, what do I know? But
Yeah.
like you said, maybe Javonte Williams can have a resurgence if he's like, if he's like, if Javonte Williams is like just slightly better than he was last year. I mean, the Cowboys might have a top five offense in the NFL.
Yeah. And they also have rookie Jaden or Jadon Blue, however you say
Yeah,
his
I saw
name.
he got injured. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah.
But
Maybe he can be. I don't know. He might be. He could be sneaky
their
good.
passing attack is going to be lethal.
Yes, yes, absolutely. You mentioned Jared Goff. Speaking of Jared Goff, we'll move into his division, the NFC North, which
Good
I do think
segue.
the Lions also, I think the Lions win this division again with probably 13, 14, 15 wins.
This
Did
is
they
a
go
tough
15 and
division
2
too.
last year? I think they went 15 and 2 last year. It was like a very, very
Maybe.
not talked about 15 and 2 season. No, okay, that sounds crazy. Obviously they were talked about, but like never mind. I don't know where I was talking go with that. That's on me. Hand up. But yeah, I think the Lions win this division with like 13 to 15 wins. And then it's really a toss up for the rest. I think
Dude,
this
this
division is
division
gonna
is
be
solid because the Bears are a
very,
wild card.
yeah. I think it's gonna be very, very competitive. I'm gonna go with the Packers coming in second. Then I'll go with the Vikings and then Bears, just because you don't know we don't know what we're gonna get with JJ McCarthy.
Mm.
But I do think it's going to be a very, very, very tight division. I think the loser of this division could possibly have 10 wins. Like the fourth place team could have 10
Oof.
wins.
Wow.
That's how
Yeah.
good this division is going to be. This division could get every team in the playoffs, like realistically.
Hmm.
If the Bears compete, it might be a struggle with a team like the NFC East, um, with the Eagles or Commanders. I think either one of those two is going to have 13 wins. But if they don't get every team in, I could easily see three of these teams in this division getting in the playoffs. We saw it last year. It could definitely happen again. Just the NFC North and NFC East together, just two probably the two best divisions of football. Probably, not even probably, they are the two best divisions of football. But yeah, I have Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears,
In the
honestly.
NFC, there are only two teams that I would deem as bad, and that is the Giants and the Saints. And
Cardinals?
I want to deem the Cardinals as a bad, like bad, like
Okay.
bad. I'm talking like bottom five.
Yeah,
Or
I know
like,
what you mean. Yeah.
and dude, there's so many teams that could, like the Falcons, could make the playoffs this year if Michael Penix lives up to
Yeah.
it. Me and you and I have talked about the Panthers. I
hmm
mean, you
Which we'll
know,
get into.
yeah, we'll get into that. And then like you mentioned, the Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders. Only one team can win the division, you know?
hmm
So, but back to the NFC North. I agree with you. I have the Lions winning, but the Packers can easily win.
hmm
Vikings. I would not have the Vikings winning. I'd have them a
Yeah.
slight step behind just because J.J. McCarthy, like you said, we really don't know. And then the Bears. I mean, like you said, the Bears could go 10-7 this year.
Yeah. 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 I thought you meant they could win. No, yeah. I agree with that. I
No,
don't think they
not
can
win the
win the
division,
division.
but
Yeah. That's gonna be a very, very, very fun division to
no,
watch throughout the year.
there's nothing better than okay, after watching the Saints get whooped at the noon window, turning on a nice old Lions versus Vikings
Oh,
3:25 kickoff. Whew.
oh, oh man. Obviously, you know the viral, not the viral, I guess yeah, the sound on TikTok, the Joe Buck when you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
I
When
know what you're
it's
talking about.
oh my God, every time I hear that, it's like nostalgic for some reason. I don't know. We're here. We're here. I mean, yesterday Connor mentioned we got out the car at the gym and he said, "You feel that?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "It feels like a little bit of fall."
The
And I
slightest glimpse. The
it was a
slightest.
little we had this a slight cool breeze, and then it probably went up to 95 right after that. But hey, we'll see. We'll skip the NFC South. We'll end with that. We'll go to the NFC West real quick.
Yeah.
Um, phew, this division's kind of a walk on because I don't know who's. It could be. I think the 49ers are going to be much, much better this year. The Rams could easily win this, depending on if Stafford is healthy or not. Shoot, the Seahawks could win it. With
Yeah.
Sam Darnold. I don't think the Cardinals can win, but I mean, you never know. They have probably two of the best, most underrated weapons in the entire league with Marv and Trey McBride.
Yeah.
Um, with that being said, I am gonna have the Seahawks winning this division. I think Sam Darnold with JSN and Cooper Kupp and Kenneth Walker, obviously running back. I think they they had the chance to easily win this division, with maybe 12, 13 wins.
Well,
Probably more like 11 or 12, maybe that. I think the winner of this division gets 11 or 12.
yeah.
I think it goes Seahawks. I think Rams and 49ers are going to be extremely, extremely close. They'll probably have the same record and have to be a tiebreaker. They'll probably both be 10-7, maybe 11-6. And then the Cardinals, I think they can be really, really good. Not really, really good, but really solid at maybe 9-8, 8-9.
Mhm.
But this could be a very underrated division this year. Just the NFC as a whole is stacked.
The NFC is good, bro.
You
Really,
kind
the
of wonder
NFL,
it.
like there's a ton of parity in the NFL right now, and I love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of bad that the Saints are bad because the NFC is loaded. So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about us being good and then having to play other teams that are really good. Um, yeah, that's what I got. I got Seahawks, 49ers, Rams, flip-flop, flip a coin with that, and then Cardinals. What you got?
No, I mean, I have the winner of this division getting no more than 11 games. Probably 10, I bet the line for the division winner would be like 10 and a half. I have the
Yeah.
49ers winning it at 10-7, 11-6. Uh, can the Seahawks win? Sure. Can the Rams win if Matt Stafford figures it out with his health? Sure. But like you said to the Seahawks, I think they're another team, like I
hmm
just kind of went on that little rant about, that could easily make the playoffs. There are so many teams that are going to be vying for those three playoff spots. And
Hmm.
dude, I cannot wait to watch football again,
Dude,
bro. Like,
I don't know.
um,
It's like since the Saints are bad, I'm like more excited this
yeah,
year to
it's
watch
weird.
other teams play.
It's
Like
because
I'm just excited to watch football as a sport.
it's because you're relaxed. It's like
Yeah.
you're not
I
like
don't have any
uptight about
I have no expectations for the Saints.
exactly.
So it's if they're bad,
Especially
then
after that preseason game.
yeah, if they're bad, then they're bad, and I get to watch other teams. And if they somehow surprise us, then well, I mean, it's gonna be good. Like if they're bad, that's what I was expecting, so I won't be
Exactly.
disappointed.
But yeah, the Rams, their offense should be solid once again with Matt Stafford.
Okay.
Defense, they got some playmakers, Jared Verse. Did he get hurt? I feel like I saw something about him getting hurt. I
No,
think I don't
I
know.
could
It
be
might have been
wrong. I
something
don't.
minor because I think I saw his name on a headline. Um, but no, I mean the Rams have the tools to win this division. I think each team except for the Cardinals have the playmakers to win the
Okay.
NFC South 100%.
Yeah. So Jerry Verse left practice early on Thursday, but it says injury scare. So he hurt his knee, but it doesn't look like anything
Okay.
is happened.
Jared versus a
Um,
beast.
yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
Mm.
It says that he bumped knees with his former college teammate Braden Fisk. So maybe just
Isn't
like
that
a
what
bone
Nussmeier
bruise.
did?
I We'll get into that. I don't really know, but let me just say I almost whew, that would have been a really dark day for the podcast if Daniel would have tore his ACL.
Speaking of Nussmeier, the AP poll just dropped, Brock.
Yes, we will do a whole I mean we could dump we'll do an episode on that.
Hmm.
Um that might be actually our next video because we kind of talked everything
Yeah,
NFL.
no, let's do it. Let's do
All right, perfect. Yeah, you got me excited already.
it.
All right, and then the
Brock
final
got his college
division.
football episode.
Oh yeah.
All is
And
good.
then the final division, which is the worst in the NFC, but I think is going to be very underrated, is the NFC South. I'm gonna work from the bottom to top just because we both know who's in the bottom. It's the Saints.
Who dat, baby?
I had them 7-10. Do I? That's I don't. After watching that preseason, I'm kidding. Preseason doesn't mean anything. I still have them 7-10. Until I
There's
see
no
them.
way the Saints get 7 wins, bro.
Look, I don't think we're gonna be awful. I think we're gonna be mid, which is worse than being awful. People
Okay.
think I put them being mid because I'm optimistic. No, that's a bad way to look at it. I think
Yep.
we're gonna be perpetually mid instead of being awful. They need to be awful, but Mickey Loomis doesn't want to be awful. He wants to
If
be
the
mid.
Saints got 7 wins this year,
Uh,
I would log
Listen,
off, bro. Like as a Saints fan.
that's honestly worse. Like not even that is
It's
worse
way
than
worse. No, it's not just worse. It's way worse. Imagine if we
um
get the 12th pick this year, bro.
yeah.
Imagine if the Saints got the 12th and then we took a D end.
Oh my God. No, I promise you we would never talk Saints ever again on this podcast. If we're still doing this by next we will still be doing this. But like you will never hear us talk Saints ever again. If we
We're
get the
gonna still
12th
be
pick, we
doing
pick a
this,
D
yeah.
lineman out of Abilene Christian. See, but the thing about the Saints is their schedule's so easy. So like they might mess around and win more games than they should.
I
Okay.
fell for that trap 2 years ago, Brock.
Yeah, I know. I'm
As
saying,
everybody
okay,
knows, I had them
all right,
14
hold
and
on.
3.
You picked them 14-3. I picked them 7-10. That is vastly
Well,
different.
okay, Derek Carr's also a lot better than Tyler
Yeah.
Shuck and Spencer Rattler.
Well, we don't
So,
know that yet. If you want to, we don't know
my
that yet.
goodness. All right,
Tyler Shuck had a very never mind. I'm
he
not
did.
going into
No,
that.
he
I'm
did.
not going.
I was impressed
He
with
had a
him. I
very good
liked him.
day. Anyway, coming third in this division, which okay, let me just say this. I think the top three teams are like up here, and then the Saints are down here.
Yeah,
Like I think there's gonna be a wide gap in between third and fourth.
100%.
With that being said, I think the Panthers do come third, but I do think I think they're gonna go like 9-8, but it's gonna be a good 9-8. Like it's gonna look better than it has in years past. But they obviously got to play the Bucks and the Falcons twice, who I think could be extremely good this year. And then they get the luxury of playing the Saints twice. But I
Well,
do have the Saints sweeping the Panthers. So
the Panthers, yeah, Panthers fans aren't expecting, or at least they shouldn't be expecting to go on some crazy playoff run. They should be,
no,
they want the Panthers. They have their guy at quarterback. They should want a nice 9-8 year. Bryce Young throws for damn near 4,000 yards. If he does something like that, the
I
Panthers,
think
dude,
yeah,
then next year
I
the
think this could
expectation would
be
be
I think this could be like the Panthers version of the Lions from 3 years ago
like
when
the
they went
setup
nine and
year.
eight. When they went 9-8, and then the next year they went 14-3. I
Yeah.
don't know if the Panthers are going 14. Maybe. I mean, Bryce Young might. He was really, really good in the last year,
Hmm.
and they got Ted McMillan. And, I mean, they have the pieces. Let's just say that they're very young. They have the pieces around them. This could be a setup year, like you just said. That was perfectly put, by the way. Congrats
Thank
on
you.
that. That was really well put. With that being said, I'll move on. Coming second in this division, probably 10 or 11 wins. I have the
We got
Atlanta
3 minutes here,
Falcons.
so
I have
just
the
let you know.
Falcons coming second, and I have the Bucks coming first. But I think the Bucks could be sneaky good this year.
Dude, I think the Bucks could be like a top seed in the NFC this year.
Okay, I have a good because I have them around probably like 13, 12, 13 wins.
Yeah,
Something
I
crazy like that.
I have them 11-6, but I that might be lowballing. Like I think that literally they could get 12, 13
Hmm.
wins. I mean
Well,
that's how
yeah.
good I think Baker Mayfield is.
Okay, yeah. While you're talking, I have their schedule pulled up, and then I'll talk about it after. I'll let you go since we have
Yeah, no,
like
I
two
mean, I,
minutes left.
I think the Buccaneers, I mean, their defense is solid and their offense, I mean, sure, Chris Godwin's out, but they just got Emeka Egbuka, who I've heard
Hmm.
nothing but good things coming out of their training camp about him, how he's like an insanely pro-ready receiver. So the Bucks are going to be electric again this year. Bucky Irving has a year under his belt now. Um, so I think the sky's the limit, honestly, for that squad, as much as it pains me to say. And then I got the Falcons like 10-7, vying for that last playoff spot. I think Michael Penix will be solid.
So you have the same as me, Bucks,
Yeah,
Falcons,
yeah,
Panthers, Saints. Okay. So the Bucks schedule, I mean, they have a couple tough games, but it mellows out towards the end. But I feel like every year the Bucks beat a team they're not supposed to beat, like the Lions. I feel like they've had the Lions number in the regular season the last couple of years. They do play the Lions this year in Detroit, though. They also play Philly, Seattle, and San Fran. And then after their bye week, they play Buffalo and New England. But other than that, it's really easy.
hmm
I could easily see 12, 11, 12 wins in this schedule. Maybe 13 if they go out and beat maybe Seattle, San Fran, and Detroit.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but I think Baker is going to cement his name in the NFL, probably maybe even top five after the season. He's very good.
yeah.
But yeah, that's all we're gonna. How much time we got? I'm not looking
We
at
got
it.
like less than a minute, so
Okay. That's gonna do it for our NFL standings, record predictions, whatever you want to call it. Um, I'm so ready. I'm so ready for football to be back.
oh yeah,
We had the preseason, but it's just not the same yet. We're getting a little glimpse of it. Um,
yep.
but it's back, boys. The air is gonna get colder soon. Trust me. But yeah, thank you for coming to episode 37. Connor, if you want to get a few words out before
Tell a
we
friend.
get out of here.
Yeah,
Yep.
tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe, follow us on all socials at Biggie Blitz, and thank you for listening. And football's back, baby. And who dat?
Oh,
We'll see y'all later.
peace.
Peace.